Okay, we got a carp spees upgrade going on here. So we have this 50-gallon tank we've purchased. It's a little bit of a restoration job. So we got some cleaning and restoration to do on this, and same for this extractor, which looks like we're gonna have to do some work on the basket, maybe clean or replace the pulley. I'm not sure. The motor doesn't have any kind of control on it. It's just plug it in and let it go. So we're gonna have to figure that out. But hey, I think we can get her done. Obviously we have some exposed wiring. You know, can't have exposed wiring here, so we're gonna have to fix this all up. But basically the tub's good. Just gotta do some cleanup. We'll figure it out from there. Okay, we're in the process of restoring our cage. So we thought this is a 32 frame extractor. It's not. We thought it was Dedant. It's not. It's Maxant, and it is a 10 to 20 frame extractor. So what you see here are 10 grooves all the way around the basket for deep frames, and then on the insides of those you can put medium frames. So you can either do 20 or 10, I believe, but we'll test it out and find out. So far all the mechanisms work great. We just got some rust and stuff to deal with here. It's not terrible, and certainly I'm sure a lot of folks are laughing at me for even thinking about restoring this, because if it works, it works. But I just don't like that look, so I want to get it cleaned up, and we're gonna resurface this with some food grade epoxy paint to make sure it's safe for honey extraction. So the good news is down there, that bottom plate, I think you can just take some screws out here. We're gonna replace them all with stainless. All this stuff's gonna be replaced with stainless except for the basket itself, all the fittings. And anyway, that good news is that bottom plate's fine. So it's just this outer kind of holder that's having a problem here. So again, Maxant, this thing was built, I don't know when. I couldn't find a date, but it's all made in the USA. And actually the motor is over here. I'm painting it red. The case of it anyway. It's a GE motor, and it's made in the USA, and it's a replacement. It wasn't the original one. Here's the mount over here. So we'll be doing a second coat on this in a second. But yeah, we're doing a little red wagon red or apple red on this. Make it really stand out. So stay tuned for more. All right, we're turning this nasty, rusty leg. See that? Into this pretty shiny leg to match that beautiful stainless steel. We're getting there, almost done. Maxant extractor, and we've done a lot of good painting and stuff here. We're going to peel off, so we kept some of the labeling, and this is the original model serial number that came with it. So this is literally, what does it say, model 58? that what it says? This is the 58th extractor of this series and model number. So this is definitely an antique, and it's great. It's a great feeling to bring it back to life and give it a, you know, a second chance at extracting a lot of honey for us. So, and I want to thank my sons for their help with this. We'll keep going here. We'll get it all put back together, and we'll show you another video after that. Motor's probably the heaviest part of this whole show. Whoever did this originally set it up the way they did, because the bang. Get this just right. Just need to slide this out. Okay, we're going to do a test run of the motor hookup, and we'll see how this goes. A little ticking, I don't know what that is. I'll give you an idea of the speed. That's annoying. Might be because it's a little unlevel, the motor. That's a 1/3 of a horsepower General Electric motor. Nice. And if we just let this loose, this thing would just keep spinning. It's really, really well balanced. So the only thing is the motor's not quite as balanced as I'd like. I might get just a little longer bolts down here on the bottom and try to fix that. That might get rid of that clicking sound. Oh, it's spinning. I have to do this very slowly. Well, we're making fantastic progress on both the tank, which is pretty much done, and the extractor, which is 95% done. So you can see here we've made some additional improvements. So we now have the honey gate. So we have a main shutoff here and a honey gate shutoff. And this actually is not glued in. You can actually pull this piece out if you want to do an L or maybe a 30 degree or 45 degree angle. You can put that in here. Unfortunately for this tank, for some reason, I don't know why, you can't really see it, but it's angled up a little bit. So I think that might have to do with a repair that took place on the tank itself. So, but we'll deal with that. If we need to tip this a little to get the honey out, we could do that. So, but here's what I really want to show you. We've pretty much got the motor thing resolved. So, so we went ahead and put a guard around all the electronics here, the power basically. So that's good. You see we have a couple brackets here, 3. We're going to actually put a little bonnet over top of this area here so that this, you know, spindle slash pulley, whatever, and all this is covered. So if something were to break or fly off, we could reduce injury that way. So that's just a good safety thing. But we also have now a variable speed controller. So I'll just show you how that works. You can go full speed or variable. So let's just go full. And you can see. Now we're going to have some ticking here on the motor. I still got to figure out what that's about. The ticking is up here. The nice thing about this, I can switch to variable and turn it down. So, crank this down. You can see things will slow down. Spot for this, probably medium. Just want to keep it going. But it wouldn't take nothing to crank it back up again, so let's do that. There we go. Yeah, half back here. Might actually be a safety mechanism that's trying to catch. I'm not sure, but there you have it. Boy, is it loud. But it works. So yeah, we're 95% done. We just need to check for leaks. I think there's a crack here on the repair, so we'll fix that. And then we're gonna get the bonnet on, and then we're gonna give it a bleach bath. So we'll put a couple cups of bleach with water in this whole entire thing. Maybe we'll just try to spin it real slow and let that clean everything up and drain it out, and that will be that. So, all right, the restoration is nearly complete. And here I'll just show you. All right, let's give our extractor a leak test. So here we go. All right, 50 gallons to go. Let's fill it up. I don't know how big this is. It might be 50 gallons. I'm not sure. But we're going to do actually a cleaning here. So leak test and cleaning. We're going to see if there are any leaks, and then give it a good bleach bath here. So a couple cups of bleach with this water. We'll slowly turn on the extractor. And that should clean it out pretty good. And then we'll empty it. Alright, starting to fill up. Just above the bottom holder for the frames. And checking for leaks here, we only have one, and that's at the honey gate. And that's probably because I didn't tighten it. Maybe I did. There we go. A little tighter. Yay. I kind of would expect a leak here because there's no sealing or nothing. This is just a pipe shoved into here. But yeah, a little leak at the honey grate. Interesting. But it looks like it stopped now. So far. I am seeing a little leak here. Look. So something's going on in the bottom. That'll be interesting to figure out where that's coming from. Now, a little leak from honey, maybe not that big a deal. Depends where the leak's at. So, but let's fill her up and find out what we got going. So far, that's the only spot. So my guess is, if you look down there, there's a seam that runs from the center out. And maybe that seam's not so solid. So we might need to run some food grade epoxy across that and seal that up. But yeah, we definitely got a little leak action here going. Probably not much to worry about though. It's not pouring out. And heck, we don't want a bunch of honey, you know, leaking. So let's just keep filling, see what happens. Alright, as the pressure mounts and this fills up with tons of water, we're seeing more leaks. So, this is just an indication that we're going to have to get in. It'll never be full of this much honey to create that much pressure. But it is an indication. We're going to go and check the seam here, basically, at the bottom. Because that seems to be where it's, I don't feel any water here. So the leak's got to be at the bottom somewhere. So we will get some 2-part epoxy, food grade on that, and get that sealed up. And that should take care of our issue. So, but this is actually a good way to get this clean. So we'll get everything cleaned out and then dried. And then tomorrow we'll do the epoxy, retest with some plain water, and I think we'll be good. Kind of excited. Yeah, I would love to have this full with honey. Jeez, that would be incredible. All right, so this is the real test. Will this actually turn with so much water in here without burning the motor out? So let's give it a try and see what happens. Oh, look at that. It is turning. Woo! Okay, that's impressive. I put on the variable setting. I don't want to spill water all over. Turn it up. I bet you that motor's getting hot. Oh yeah. Alright. So we're not going to do too much of this. But hey, this is a great way to clean out your extractor. Don't burn out your motor. So I'm going to just stop this. Give it a good spin. Maybe let it sit for a little while. Once the water stops spinning around, soaked for a bit, with a couple cups of bleach in this huge tub, then you can go ahead and release it. So 2 things I've done here. So this is bleach water, so I'm going to stand back a little bit, but I don't want to get splattered too much. But we got the honey gate, which probably has a little water in there. Yep. completely move this out of the way. And then what we'll do is we'll turn this major valve here, and that's gonna, boy, we should see the water just shoot out of here. So you ready? And then I'm gonna get out of the way so I don't get too much bleach all over me. There you go. So that gives you an idea how much pressure was in there. But we'll have one cleany, shiny extractor on the inside, and that's the whole idea. And that'll get rid of any gunk. Alright, so there you have it. Woo, we're going down. Oh, we still got a ways, about a third to go. And that will ensure your extractor is very clean. So there you have it. Maybe give it a little spin as we go here. Woo! One more out of the way. Woo! Okay. So we do have a little leak we're going to have to deal with somewhere in that seam that runs all the way across. Something's not sealed. So we're going to find out what that is and take care of it. So now our extractor is sanitized. So that's good. Seal this leak and put the bonnet on. That'll be it. A safety bonnet. We can extract honey. I'm excited. Now we just need it to rain so the sunflowers pop and we get out of this dirt. Alright. James with Make It Happen Greenhouse. Another fun project signing off. Hello! Yes, this is a 50-gallon tank and I intend to fill it with honey, 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 honey. Yeah, so you may have thought we were done when we cleaned the extractor, but no, we have to clean this one too. So let's go ahead and fill this with water and get some bleach in this, and we will check for leaks and get it sanitized. So let's get to work. Okay, so our fill is underway. So first thing we're checking for is leaks on our piping here. Now I have not replaced any of this piping. This is what came with it. So there's still a little Teflon tape. So somebody rigged this up, and I'm not going to mess with a good thing, so it's working. The only thing I might replace is this little spigot here. I don't know what, I don't really like this, so it's a little dirty. So I might take that out. But other than that, as long as it holds water, we're good. So let's fill up 50 gallons. Let's fill up a 50-gallon tank. How long is that going to take? Alright, when you get busy doing other projects while this is filling, this is what happens. That is right to the top. Woohoo! Alright, so we're going to pull our hose out. Alright. And it looks like, boy, it's got a real nice clean scrub going on with the bleach. So I got a scrubber. I'm gonna, as this drains out, I'm gonna actually scrub the inside to see if we can get rid of some of those, I don't know, it just looks like a little, you know, it's not real shiny. So just buff it out a bit, I guess. We're not gonna do anything other than the bleach and water. And I think we'll be good after that. So here we go. And I'll have to get out of the way pretty quick here. I think it's enough. Alright, here we go. Yep, here we go. By the way, 0 leaks. So this will be great for storing honey. Down, down, down. Hey, now I bought this brand new, so I know what you're thinking. But I haven't used this in a toilet, so this is just for this job. But I think this will be good to kind of just go along the edge here. Give it a good scrub. See if it makes much of a difference. If it doesn't, we'll stop. I'm kind of looking at what the accumulation of crud is, and it looks like it's maybe just wax. So I'm sure this was full of honey. And you have the hydrogen peroxide and a little bit of wax that floats to the top. So it makes sense we got some of that in here. None of that's going to be harmful to anything. And with this nice bleach wash, should be almost like new. Let's see if we're able to get any of this off. Well, maybe a little. Maybe a little. Could just be an illusion. It's really not too bad. This is pretty darn clean to begin with. Alright. Well, we'll keep at it here. I won't bore you with all the details as this drains out.